afternoon. Raelynn is here from Central Valley Electric Cooperative. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, let me turn on the microphone.
Oh, there you go.
Now we can hear you. I was telling Raelynn off air that I had no idea that Dale's first name was Clovis, but you knew that.
I did know that.
Yeah. So I'm going to call him up and say, how you doing, Clovis? I'm sure it's a family history.
I don't know that.
Yeah. But you knew that.
I did know that.
You knew that.
I did.
But neither one of us knew that David Conklin's first name was Jeffrey.
I did not know that.
So you learn things.
You do, absolutely.
In the election. Well, what's going on at CV? Did you guys have a nice turnout at the polling place?
I think we did.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So it's always convenient to have it there. I always enjoy it. It makes it easy for me.
Well, sure.
So
yeah, if we don't vote there, we usually vote at Faith Baptist Church because that's near where we live. And
right.
So that's where we voted yesterday.
Oh, good.
And because I was trying to think, I don't think if I have missed an election over the years, it maybe has been a school board election because there hasn't been anybody
right
contested. But this time around, a lot of folks had choices, and folks went out and voted. So
they did.
Good. I'm glad it ran smoothly.
As far as I know, it did.
There you go. Well, what do we want to talk about today?
Well, the last 2 days we've really had that nice, cool fall weather, and I just wanted to talk about space heaters and space heater safety and what they can do to your electric bill.
Yeah.
So, space heaters are not meant to warm your entire home. They're meant to warm you while you're in that room. And so make sure that you're turning them off before you leave, and make sure that you check them and that the wiring and the cords are all in good repair. I mean, we hear stories all the time of houses that have burned down because of the misuse of space heaters, or using old space heaters and things like that. So just make sure that you aren't using them as a whole home heater, because that's not what they're designed for, and that will increase your electric bill.
Right. Yeah, they're not as efficient as the regular furnace or...
Right. And probably some of the newer ones have become more efficient. I know a lot of the newer ones have got thermostats on them, and they've got timers and different features like that. So, and make sure that you're turning them off.
Right. Well, the first thing to do when you pull it out there is look at the cord.
Right.
If there's any fraying or cracks or anything on it.
Right. Get a new one.
Yeah, get rid of it.
And don't think that if you put electrical tape on a exposed wire on a cord, that doesn't fix it.
No.
That just hides it.
Well, and the other thing too, and this is just simple electricity, if there's any kind of a break or in the cord itself, then it's going to draw more current,
right,
as it's trying to supply the electricity to the heating coils. Right. And so, yeah, you just tape it up. That doesn't fix that problem.
Right. Well, and then the cord can get hot, and if they get hot, they can cause fires. And just make sure on your placement that they're not near curtains that can catch on fire, or that kids or animals can knock them over, or things like that. I know some of them have got a feature where if they do get tipped over, they turn off. So, you start to see in the middle aisles and on the end caps at Walmart and places like that now where you can buy a new one. But just make sure that you're using it safely. And
those came over from China back in February.
Right, probably. So they made it in time.
They made it in time. I know that's been a problem. But yeah, you're right. If you don't have timers, if you don't have fall over
protection,
yeah. If you got frayed cords, just throw it away.
Right.
Cut the cord off so that nobody else digs it out of the trash and tries to do something with it. Just throw it away, and either yourself or have somebody go get you a newer one anyway, if you're gonna do that.
Right. And same with electric blankets too. I mean, just make sure they're in good repair. So, for sure.
I know people do that because they think maybe they're saving money on their electric bill. I'm not going to run the furnace. I'm just going to run this space heater in the room. But there's some things that you can do with the furnace and with your house just to make it as efficient as possible, and it may not be as expensive to run it as you might think.
Right, right. Well, and definitely before you go to turn your heater on, I'm holding off. I'm not turning my heater on. I keep telling my kids, get a blanket. And make sure you're changing your air filters. This is a good time to get those air filters changed. And if you need to have somebody just come out and inspect your heating system, this is a good time to do it before it does get really cold.
Yeah, because there's that first time you turn it on.
Right.
And all the dust that's collected on the heating element
Yes.
burns off, and
Right.
then everybody's running around. Is there something on fire?
Exactly. That lovely smell that we all know.
The dust smell. I can't remember if I ever experienced that back in Mississippi or Iowa. I don't know that we had that smell back there, but we have it here. And does CVE still have a connection with the website on the filters?
We do. It is filterchange.com. And you can go to that website. Anybody can go to that website. It doesn't matter if you're a CVE member or not. You can go to that website and find different sizes of filters, different filtration levels, and things like that. And they will ship them to you. I think shipping is free. It was the last time I looked, so shipping's free. And then they'll send you an email reminder letting you know, hey, it's time for you to change your filter.
Yeah. I saw that. We changed out the filter at Eunice's apartment over the weekend as part of her 94th birthday celebration.
Oh, there you go. Hey, happy birthday.
We cleaned the patio door window and changed the filter. But I noticed on the filter they had a barcode. Download the app.
Okay.
So this particular manufacturer had an app that would in essence do the same thing. So you scan the barcode and then it will send you reminders
Right.
about filter changes.
And honestly, I have to have that reminder, or I'll think about it 2 or 3 months later and be like, I really need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But using the filterchange.com, I buy my filters, I get a year's supply at one time, and so I know I always have them.
Mm-hmm. And it probably reminds you when you're getting low and it's time to reorder.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, well that's good. So change your filters.
Change your filters.
Check your windows and your doors and your weather stripping and all
Yes,
that.
absolutely. If you can feel cold air around your windows, or if you can see daylight around your doors, they need to be adjusted and things like that. And if you are a CVE member, we do offer a free home energy audit, and Green Metal Energy will come out there and they'll do some weather stripping, and they readjust doors and put some door sweeps and weather stripping and things like that to
Okay.
help you keep that warm air in the home.
Okay, and now you don't call and say send them over and they come over now. You kind of get a group together and then they come out.
So they do have a crew in Roswell, and so
Okay.
it's not very they're scheduling pretty quickly.
Okay,
So, yeah,
good.
and Leah and I have both had this company come and do home energy audits on our homes, and they did a great job.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So call CVE for more info on that.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything else today?
I think we're good.
Are we good?
Well, let me mention one more thing
No,
if I've
yeah,
got
please.
time.
Sure.
That CVE is a drop-off for Toys for Tots.
Okay.
And so they are taking unwrapped toys, and now we're collecting them now. We've got a box in our lobby, and then they will come and pick up all of the donated toys December 3rd.
Oh, okay.
And then they'll get that distributed out sometime the middle of December to all of the kids in the Eddy County area.
You know, it's hard to believe that it is just the 3rd of November, but
It
that's
is.
what we're already thinking
It
about
is.
now.
Oh, absolutely. So
Trying to get that done. And then did I also see on the newsletter you're taking applications for the Washington, D.C. trip?
we are,
Okay.
but we've got some things that we may learn more about that next week.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
Anything
you.
else?
Nope, that's it. I'm
All
good.
right. Well, very good. Well, that's going to be